Now I just did some like self-image thing, like look at my chin. I have this sign in my face. I'm sure that's way better. Get in your head with the signs and the lights. Let me real quick. Real quick. Okay, so what happens when okay, I'm in New Jersey, my brother's there, my mom's there, and dude, like this guy Mark, like I have to take this is like perfect example of what going on. Like this guy Mark is our mechanic, and he literally like takes my guitar out of my car. It's like, okay, you're supposed to be our family mechanic, not a thief. And I think I see why now, though. You know what I mean? Like, these things that I have, they're actually like, my family is on two different spectrums. Like, one is like black magic, and then one is like the other, white magic or something. Dude, I went into New York and it was scary, bro. Like no one was there, and I came out with things in my car that didn't exist. Like snow scrapers that didn't even exist. And I think they were doing stuff in VR, like using the VR, they made it out of the reality, basically. And so I think for them, they've like lived, this is like something on a whole nother level. And I'm like in the middle of it though, which is actually, I think, somewhat important, because I'm like there, dude. And I'm like interacting with it. That's very powerful, you know, to be like the anchor to a virtual reality lapse and stuff. And so, like, I'm trying to do this chronologically, but it's hard because I actually later went back down and then back up with my Tesla. All the while, my Tesla is apparently, this Tesla right here, they can't get the windshield fixed. I shit you not, it was like months. Like it took them like 6 or 7 times to try to get the windshield fixed. And I'm like, because I had been going crazy in my Tesla, dude, like just freaking out, like, why everything's going wrong, fucking the resistance, and I can't, like, what the fuck, I'm just freaking out. That was way back before I even went on this trek. I think I messed up the windshield at a certain point. I don't know how that happened. And my mom just told me actually a couple days ago, it's the Glass Doctor in Tampa or something. I could like tell you now, but that was weird. I don't know. I had a weird connection just like 2 days ago or a day ago. It's like last night. And then I was at Ross, I was like by Ross and the Coast Guard place. I don't know what that was about. And I also like was beating off in Jeff, one of like Amazon's vans. They would not give me a route, so I was still very stressed and I was still very sick. And I'm not saying any of this is right. I'm just saying like this is what had happened. I did it like a couple times, like twice, I think. But twice is enough. Like it's disgusting, you know. So I could have pissed Jeff Bezos off too. I could have pissed the Chinese people off. I was like experimenting with that woman who was like my mom. You know what I mean? Like she like literally would cook me food ever since I was a child. That's who I was like trying to get at, bro. It's disgusting. I got that job through Brad. Brad put me onto that job. And what happened too, this is a very pivotal point right here. What I perceive happened in those hospitals was it went from being like a family RV remote viewing, family like intervention, long distance, into like a real serious thing, because I started like spouting off anything and everything I've ever done in my life because I felt so bad out of guilt, you know, trying to figure it out, like what, like to just like appease people, just be honest. And I think that's when it went. That's when it turned from a normal intervention to being like a serious thing. And what else happened in New Jersey, dude? The phone number thing. I still remember my brother like warning me about the phone number thing. And he's a big part of this too. Like, it's about to get really weird. Like you're not gonna believe what I'm about to say if you haven't heard this before. And it's gonna take a while though. But like, dude, my brother was lying. Like he was like lying about things I was doing to my grandmother and stuff. And my grandmother, like, I forgot what it was. She was like, she said I was like scaring her or something, or I was mean. They said I was mean to my grandmother. Almost still about to kill that man's, bro. I mean, this is the type of shit that was going on, dude. And oh, dude, this guy, I'm out there at like 12. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. I'm out there at like 12 or 1 in the morning out front of the Teaneck house, which I come to find out, like, that's like that place is, New Jersey in and of itself, when you think about it, is like it's like the gateway to New York. Like, it's a pretty, probably heavily protected area. And when you look around, it's weird. Like, it's dark and windy roads and it's weird. And like there's townships there too and everything. So what I'm about to say is actually makes sense too. And I'm not even getting into the really weird shit, which I'll tell you later, like time travel and stuff. I'm looking out of our front window and I watch the neighbor's wife, young couple. I watch her in her Tesla go back and forth with her headlights like they were like stabbing the house with their headlights or something. And when you think of it, that house is like sacred ground, you know, right? Like, just like how the car is like has souls in it, like the house is alive, right? And so that's a trespass. And I later come to like figure this out, like that's serious, right? And so what I did, and I'm looking for it, bro. I'm looking for something like that. You know what I mean? And I don't know the girls in there, but I walk outside and I just look at them and I watch her get out and then walk into the house. And then it's cold as shit. I'm out there. I'm ready to fucking whoop someone's ass right now, bro. And I just stand out there and I'm looking at his house, and like I know he knows I'm looking at his house. And then I even like walk past his house. I'm like, dude, you need to like come out here right now. Like, I think you know what just happened. And no one ever came out. And when I walked past his house, the neighbor came out and he was like taking out the trash. And I'm looking at him like,